Sakio, the scorpion Bika, the guy who wants to.
I already watched it already, but basically what I want to talk about is this. Just overall, just PBC on CBS overall. Now, just to review the event pretty much. Paulie Malignaggi, Kevin Harlan, and Virgil Hunter did a spectacular job. I'm talking about the commentary was right, and when I say it was right, and they did it, put it this way, it flowed, and for some reason, I'm thinking that it was really Paulie Malignaggi, like add him in, and Paulie Malignaggi, you know, I understand, you know, listen fans, you know, people still pissed at me because I picked him to beat Sean Porter, but listen, like, let me tell you the story about that. When I was in college, I would say, you know, late 90s, early to mid 2000s to early to mid 2000s, I was a big Paulie Malignaggi fan. I used to be going around campus talking major shit like, yo, Paulie Malignaggi will fuck Floyd up. Yeah, I was on some bullshit back then. I was on some bullshit, but I was a real big Paulie Malignaggi fan, and I'm just glad to see, like, as a commentator, like, he's a really good commentator overall, and he's one of those type of dudes that that probably would be like a legendary commentator, you know, like Larry Merchant or something, like 60, 70 years down the line. Yeah, that would be long. He'd be like 100. I'm talking about like 50 years down the line. You know, I really want to see him to continue to do it. So I don't know if it's something that he loves to do or something. Damn, he iced out too. You got to see his wrist. He got this iced out as bracelet on. But yeah, overall the show, when we first watched the March 1st card, right? Fans were not feeling the entrances because with the entrances, you had them coming up by themselves, and yes, they were using the PBC music, which is actually growing on me. That dun, 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 you know, it's actually growing on me. But I did want individuality, to whereas with this card, you saw the fighters come out to their own, you know, music. Sakio, Bika, and then Adonis Stevenson being Superman. He should come out to the Superman theme, right? You know, so I'm good. You know, so you know, I'm getting used to them not coming out with their like with their trainers and their team and everything like that. But what I would want to see is, like, they can come out by themselves. I want like the fighters can come out by themselves. But then once they step down those steps, you know, I want to see like the team surround them. You know, they cut me in and walk into the ring and keep okay. See, they're doing it with Sakio, Bika. But, you know, I don't know if they're being instructed to, well, listen, we want the fighters just to walk in to the ring on their own. You know, we wanted to focus solely on the boxers. But, you know, like, I want to keep some type of tradition to it. Just my personal opinion. Also, they did acknowledge the title situation. Remember, on PBC, on NBC, Keith Thurman wasn't acknowledged as the the WBA world champion. Remember, there's 2 WBA belts. I hate to have to explain this, but you got to understand, guys. People get mad when I repeat the same shit over and over again, but you got to understand, you always got to do your videos like they're your first one. So, you know, it's a lot of information I have to go over constantly because people say, I'm sick of you saying this and all that. Listen, it's not how business works. So they didn't recognize him as the WBA champion, but on this, even though Adonis Stevenson didn't come out with his belt on, for some reason, in the first round, the belt was like in the ring, like right there, like in the ring. So I was thinking to myself, well, is that a WBC like worker or something? Oh, shout out to Chip Mitchell over at damn. Which one is it? No, wait, let me not forget. Is it the Fight Journal? Yeah. I was thinking to myself, well, is somebody doing it? Did WBC say, listen, put the belt in the ring? You know, the Mauricio Suleiman said, listen, we're not going to let them disrespect our belt, because I noticed on Twitter, Mauricio Suleiman tweets, the WBC supports and will always support, or something along those lines, Premier Boxing Champions. And I'm thinking, like, well, wait a minute. I see the belt right there. Did something happen? You know, did one of our famous people say, yo, get the goddamn belt out here? Like, I'm trying to figure out. But then, at the end of the fight, Adonis Stevenson had the belt on, because remember, when it came to Keith Thurman, they stopped, one of the security dudes stopped one of Keith Thurman's team members from bringing the belt in the ring. You can literally see the dude like, no, don't bring that shit in here. So I'm guessing maybe because this is Al Haymon's plan, as far as he knows, for example, well, thank you, Al Haymon. Maybe Al Haymon knows that he's going to be taking Kovalev to PBC. See, here's where I'm confused. I don't know if Sergey Kovalev and Adonis Stevenson is going to be on PBC or if it's going to be on Showtime. Now, me personally, that would be an awesome nationally televised fight. But put it this way, but also if it's a fight where you would use cable for, it's a fight you would use cable for, but at the same time, it's a tough situation. So we're going to save that for a later date. So when the purse bid is on April the 17th, 2015. Right now is April 4th, 2015, and I'm going to be covering the purse bid. But yeah, overall, maybe because I'm a boxing fan, I guess, and that's why I don't. Maybe because I enjoy watching all fights. For example, I enjoyed the ESPN Friday Night Fights card last night with Peter Petrov. So I'm going to say it's a good card. I enjoyed the card. I enjoy watching fights like that. But at the same time, because I'm such a boxing fan, I don't know how other people feel. Now, remember, today's card, the PBC CBS premiere, CBS is the parent company of Showtime. Today's card was a 3 p.m. card, and it was 3 p.m. up there in Quebec, Canada, too. So it was an early midday card, and I'm interested to see what the ratings are. Now, overall, it's going to be more ratings than Adonis Stevenson or Sakio Bika have ever done as far as national television. I don't think it's going to do as well as the PBC or NBC card, or the one that's going to be this week. I don't think it's going to do as well as the Keith Thurman, Robert Guerrero, or the Danny Garcia, Lamont Peterson card, even though that one hasn't happened yet. I believe this is going to be somewhere between 1 and 2. If it does over 2, in my opinion, it's a success. Also, let's talk about the sponsorships and commercials. So it looks like, I actually saw a tweet from Michelle Rosado, Raging Babe on Twitter. And we don't know what's going on with the sponsors, because if you notice, they do have the commercials in between rounds, but the commercials in between rounds, what are they? They are PBC advertisements. So I'm thinking to myself, all right, we know Al Haymon's got to sell PBC to sponsors and make them want to put the commercials in between rounds, because if you notice, it's been his commercials, or PBC commercials, advertisements, and they've been everywhere, literally on his channel. They're all over the place. And I'm thinking, well, who is do they want sponsors? Or I'm confused. Now I know they can get people to sponsor the stuff, but I'm confused about it. I'm interested to see how it goes along. So as I was saying, I saw on Twitter that Corona won't be sponsoring them, and it will actually be it should be Budweiser, and I think that should be classical. It's boxing, especially if you wanted to appeal to the what is it? The 18 to 49 demographic, or 18 to 35 demographic, then you want to show some beer, some women, maybe some cars, some action movie commercials and shit, stuff like that, some exclusive trailers. My battery's going to die. But overall, honestly, that's my honest opinion. I don't know what I didn't like about the broadcast, and this is just a review of the broadcast. The commentary was straight. I like that they made the advancement with the allowing the fighters to use their music. The fights were exciting. The first one was a knockout, and then the second one was an exciting fight with that had some knockdowns, and it had some tense moments with Adonis Stevenson and Sakio Bika. The commercial breaks didn't bother me too much, and I'm going to give the event overall a review of a 10 of a 10. I can't really take any. I'm trying to figure out, and it's crazy because you see me looking at the TV because I got it on the DVR, and it's actually it's actually on right now. But I don't know. I'm T-Street Controversy. This is T-Street Controversy Live on RealCombatMedia.com, and I cover every single major fight live. Once again, shout out to and thank you to Premier Boxing Champions for allowing me to help them promote the fights pretty much. And I look at it like this. It's like a lot of this stuff I'm doing, people don't understand, but I'm looking at this as being like the practice level for a promoter. So what I'm doing is I'm promoting other people's fights, and I'm trying to see how good I do promoting other people's fights. So when I promote my own fights, as far as advertising and things like that, I'm real, I love advertising. I love, even if I can just get like a 5-second commercial, I love it. Because what I'll do is I'll put some highlights up, I'll do my video, and then, I'll put some, some more stuff up, to follow all that. So therefore, you're getting a complete package when it comes to the fight. You're getting people talk about the fight. You're getting the interviews with me, with the people and all that stuff. You're getting me going to the fights, complete package. And that's what we're going for here on T Street Controversy Live. So look, right now, everything's a little bit new. We're getting used to things. And right now, we got a very, very fast growing team. And shout out to Chris Alexander, by the way, and Kevin Hill. We got things are moving fast. Things are moving fast. So, and Ben Pike and Alan over in Alan Liu over in Australia. I don't know if you got to see your boy Sakio Bika, but yeah. I am T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. Please subscribe.